certainly in the early days, there was a strong feeling from those of us who were there that there was something around here. There was something of an invisible nature which was around, which was either making the circles or was associated with the circles. And from many of the reports, there were reports of balls of light, lights in the sky, certainly in those early days.
And you know, you've heard about the balls of light, which everybody sees in the crop circle areas in England. Well, often they're seen when there's no crop circle in the field. They're simply in the fields, the lights. And in most of those cases, after the light bulbs have been photographed or videotaped or whatever, a crop circle will occur in that location, sometimes a week later, or 3 weeks, a month, whatever.
Well, I have seen those balls of light not just at crop circle locations. And this made me think about what they are, because I know that what I have seen was not always related to crop circles. But then I have seen them again in relation to a crop circle.
I mean, don't forget that we've got phenomenal light activity in this area, in daylight as well as in the night. And they're not just seen in the summer, they're seen in the winter too. And they're seen by people who just live in the village, you know, have got nothing to do with crop circles. And, you know, so we know there's something weird going on.
Avebury, Alton Barnes, you know, that area, where they are seen really quite regularly, captured on film several times now. Particularly, I mean, those taken by Steve Alexander, for example, in 1990.
Yeah, we walked from that brow right across.
And we were just about to leave, you see. I was leaving.
We saw it, yeah.
I was picking up my gear, put on my shoulder, and I turned and I saw this object come into view. If it had been actually 5 seconds afterwards, we would have missed this, because we would have carried on up the hill. Now I actually turned round and saw it. Yeah. I mean, it came into view, it turned, then it went down into the corn, and it moved through the corn, scampering through that.
Moving between two formations, crop formations that are in the field, moving from this one to this one.
It knew what it was doing, it knew where it was going.
Intelligently controlled.
Dropping down into a tractor tire mark as if it's looking at the tractor tire mark. Nothing random about it. There's no movement in prevailing wind, you know, moving as you would in the direction of the wind if this was a balloon or something similar.
You see, the object came down and it stopped for a long time. So I thought I'd pan away to the rings to give you the distance from actually where the object was and the rings were. Pan back and give you an actual relation of the two distances. Through all this time it was glinting, flashing all the time. Then it took off. And then of course it just carried on over the hill, moved up and away, over the actual tractor which the farmer was in at the time.
How is that piece of paper?
It's a bird.
What, a shiny bird?
You know, I spoke to the tractor driver who was seen on this film that Steve took, and that ball went over the tractor driver's head by about 35-40 feet. And what the tractor driver sees himself, as you can see on the film, he stops his tractor as he sees this go over the top. And so we have on film this ball of light. There's no question in my mind that whatever those balls of light are, they move in a purposeful manner.
If it's a random natural thing that's happening, then I think one in a 30, 50, 100 will be filmed. Somebody has a camera and has the copper on to film it. But that's not the case. It's half, even more than half of the sightings are filmed. Like Donald Fletcher, he walks at Barbary Castle, he does not even have his camera on the tripod, there the balls are right already.
What's that? I can't think what that is. Can you see it moving across?
No, what?
When the camera's pointing.
That's a bit of
and